Good morning. This is a little video to see what can you expect being a volunteer in Vegetarium. So first of all, where we are, I want to show you. We are in the Balkan Mountains. This is the sunset, this is the sun. And as you can see, it's quite remoted in the mountain. We are even out of the village. This is good for people who are looking for community life more and more spending time here. The train is 40 minutes of walk by feet, and then for another 50-60 minutes you are in Sofia, in the capital. But for example, if you like to have to go to a bar after work, better to choose a project which is in the city and not this one, because this is a hamlet 5 kilometers from the nearest village and shop. And even in this village, after 6, there is nothing happening. So these are these old clay houses which we are restoring. And let me show you inside. These are our cuttings, for example. We do a lot of taking care of plants. For example, one aspect is to learn how to reproduce vegetative reproduction of plants. But for this, in a minute. So now we can explore the space a little bit. These are the pretty flowers. So for example, this is a typical permaculture construction where you have specific regarding the sunlight and everything, which allows us to have a worm farm. This is a farm for Californian worms, which is combined with some self-growing things which grow by themselves, working clothes. And then we enter in the common space. So this is our space for winter, autumn, and for the summer to chill, because in the summer it's cool. In the winter we can practice here, so we can do stretching in the morning. It's a little bit the space for everything, as you can see. Some musical instruments for when we decide, for who likes. The bibliothèque in different languages. Maybe half is in Bulgarian or more, but still German and English and some other books which are especially chosen to be useful, not just whatever books. So this is the chill area. And here are the rooms for the volunteers on both sides. We will not go now because it's early in the morning and not everybody is ready for us. Here we cook in the winter, so fire. You can learn how to recognize the dry and the fresh wood, how to cook with the wood. And here is the kitchen area, so the sink, the normal things. For example, you learn how to use horse chestnuts to make washing powder for the washing machine. So some storage spaces, some fruits, veggies, it's like the cellar with some jars to eat. Nice things. And the bath. So yeah, it's like a normal bathroom. Now it's summer, so we are mainly outside, but sometimes we need more cozy conditions. So we have the toilet, the bidet. It's like a normal shower where we can take a warm shower in any moment we need. And this is, as I said, now it's summer, so we are a lot outside. This is our summer kitchen, where we are in fact now cooking on solar or on gas. So again, a very simple made kitchen area, mainly from recycled items, and lots of spices. We love spices, so here you have main 4 things which you learn. And this is to take care of yourself and take care of the community or your family. The second is the permaculture aspect. The third is the eco-construction aspect. And the fourth is how to help the society, help between communities, and a bit wider activism for our causes, which are the basic human causes like surviving climate and peace on Earth. So how we organize ourselves, this And how we take care of ourselves, this again have a few aspects. So one very important aspect is the nutrition. So here we cook every day, a different person cooks, so you experience what is to cook for more people. But before, you get supported by our team to learn. There are videos on YouTube, so you can also discover the basics of our nutrition. It's actually good to check this video before coming here, so you're sure you want to be here. Nutrition is important aspect in cooking. The second, it's the proper biorhythm. So in the beginning, of course, you sleep a lot until you need to regenerate from the city life, for example. But then slowly we come with the rhythms of the nature. It depends of the seasons and the sunlight. So we go early to bed, so we can wake up early naturally, and not using screens after sunset when it's dark, because this disturbing the brain. And the third is the adequate practice. So in the morning, in the evening, we have time for practice. In this time you choose yourself, so it's your responsibility to choose what you do with this time. If you have your own practice, it's very good. If you don't have yet your routine, you can discover with our help different valuable teachings which take care of the body, of the lymph, of the hydration, of the stretching, of the hemispheres of the brain. So the balancing exercises, something for consciousness, can be a meditation or a prayer or a walk or a sing. The idea is that you discover the principles of adequate practice and then you individualize. So you form your own place, your own way of spirituality, because this is a place for non-dogmatic spirituality. So we don't say this is the only true path, but rather we show you the principles and then you form your own. It's a protected space where we are encouraged to have different opinions, to speak, to discuss, and to find the truth on a peaceful way. So it's based on the non-violent communication. And how we organize, in fact, this is what we call the beautiful table. Right now it's not super beautiful, but we can make it, and there is a YouTube video where it's super beautiful. And so here are the things which change every day. For example, every day different person is cooking and doing the breakfast. Another person is doing the smoothie and the salad. So you have here just the letters. You have the days of the week, and you have Zoe, Peter, Inka, Joanna, Melusine. Different people in the different days are cooking. So if you are 7 volunteers, means that you cook once per week. But if we are 3, you cook twice per week. Here your day off, so we encourage to have 1 day off per week, which helps you to break the routine, to completely relax, to benefit from the space or Sofia or another places. And then like this you can keep your second day off of the week for the end of the month, and you can have about 1 week per month where you can go visit, travel, explore Bulgaria, etc. Again, it varies if you are a little bit work away or ESC volunteer or what type. We have different arrangements. So, but this is the main principle. We try to be fair for everybody, of course. And all these holidays, the bigger holidays, so once per week we do this table, and once per month we do the calendar. So also here you see there are people who are away for a few days, for weeks. So the aim, because the community is the only way to have a goat in the same time to go to the seaside, to don't be a slave of the animals in the place. So we have a good calendar with our volunteers and also with our partners, because some of the previous volunteers, they become our partners, they are owners, and we live together, so we can help each other about taking care of the place, in the same time have the freedom of traveling. And here are the tasks. So for example, you see you have different zones: the kitchen, bathroom, toilet, storage spaces, the hall, and like this you're responsible of one zone to be clean. Does not mean you have to clean it, but you're the boss. Like this, different responsibilities. Good morning, Melusine.
Good morning.
And we can see what is to be the boss and organize that this space is clean. Also, we have things like sprouts, sourdough bread, taking care of the photovoltaic system, of course, team building activities, take care of the compost, the trash, transform the milk into yogurt and products, timekeeping, ring the bell to help the others, all what is about watering and gardens. Every one of us needs to take some photos and videos and to spread the message so more people can benefit. Constructions, bureau, all of this. And here is like the program of the day. So it varies through the season. Right now we still have the morning meeting at 9, but it's getting too hot, so it will move earlier. But this is a timetable for the day. So this tool helps us to take care of each other, take care of the space, the animals, the gardens, the bees, everything. This plus the regular meetings makes the take care of me and the family and the community. So the regular meetings means that just once per day we share how we feel, we express our needs. It's very important to recognize what are your needs and to be able to say to the others, so the others can help you to achieve what you want, because it's a supportive space. We are also allowed sometimes to be vulnerable, weak, to need extra days off suddenly, because that's what we understand by supporting each other. Next aspect is the permaculture, and here permaculture, it means a lot of things, not only how to organize a whole homestead. In one moment you will be the host, so we'll all go away, and you 2-3 volunteers, you need to take care of all the place. If you stay for months, more than 4, 5, 6 months, you will be able actually to create a permaculture homestead or your own, to create a community, if you of course have the will, because here the knowledge is available, but it's your responsibility to decide how much of this knowledge will you take and will you use. So you can have a chill time and just the time is passing and do the tasks. If you don't do the tasks, you have to go away. But if you do the tasks, you can just do the minimum, or you can really discover what you really like. It can be gardens, animals, construction, and then go deeper or to understand all the things. But you are the person who is searching for the knowledge, because the knowledge is not something we can push in your head, so, and in your hands and in your heart. So you need to yourself to search for it, to ask, and then there are lots of answers. Here is a huge amount of information, Latin names, and a lot of things which you will learn. For example, this is a polyculture. So one of the aspects of permaculture is how to create the food forest, so to have trees which are productive trees, small sizes. We have a big trees which are protecting the productive trees. We have shrubs from different, like goji berry, Siberian ginseng. To have ground cover plants, and in fact it's a forest, so it means biodiversity. And floors, it has to be in different floors. The elderberry, as you can see here, we have beans, corn, topinambur, pumpkins, good herbs, chicory, asparagus, everything grows together, rye, on just a few square meters to create these highly productive systems. But how all this is established? Because this was just a hill, it's terraced with the 10-ton digging machine. So this hill, for example, in the next years will be all terraced with small terraces, with microclimate creation, with water retention landscape to sink the water in the ground, and to be able, this microclimatic variation, to grow different plants, more local and rustic, but also more exotic, because now nothing is as it was before and we need to adapt to the new climate. So we do a lot of research for this. Another aspect is the nurseries, so come to see them. It begins with the pots. We have lots of plants which still need in the winter to go inside to be protected. So we need to take care of all these pots, and they really need daily care, and that you see and you understand what is one plant needing. They can need more water or less water, more shade, more nutrients, less nutrients. It's very diversified, and this is what we call a nursery. So it means kindergarten for trees, for pepiniera, and because here is a very poor place climatically and ecologically, and the place needs regeneration, so we cannot directly plant small trees because they will die, and the regeneration is more and more needed on the planet. So once you learn to do in the tough conditions, then you can do everywhere. So we grow the trees in these protected conditions, because here they are focused, compacted. For example, now directly I can see, and you need to learn. For example, the volunteer who takes care, he needs to know that this plant is suffering right now. It's too dry, obviously. The leaves are falling. It's dying. So there is something wrong. It's not enough water at this place. This also, you see, it's a bit sad. If it's sad in 7 in the morning, it will be very sad in 2 in the afternoon. So these are, when the tree grows taller than you, then you can plant it outside and of course provide the irrigation. This one is fallen. So another aspect of course are the vegetables. So here we have our greenhouse, and in the winter we have the winter greens, but it's a permaculture house, which means that we never completely empty. So in between the winter greens we are planting now the tomatoes, the cucumbers, we have the first fruits. We are already eating cucumbers, and in September, in between the tomatoes, we're gonna plant the winter greens. And now we have a mixture of winter greens, peppers, tomatoes, zucchini, cucumbers, and you can just come and do hop and enjoy. This is the shower, the summer shower. So here you can just open the shower, close the doors and take a shower with the cucumbers. This is the laboratory. So here we do a mixture of biodynamics and effective microorganism gardening, the Californian worms. You learn how to graft. So these are wild trees which are transformed into domestic trees through the technique of grafting, and that's what we call the West Garden, so vegetable garden. Again, permaculture, permanent beds, so you can see green beans, zucchini, tomatoes, topinambur, potatoes, lots of the things. You don't need to plant them anymore because they grow by themselves. And all this is under trees because with the new climate we need to shade. For example, these are, for first year we will try the peaches. These trees just start giving fruit, and all along is our collection of different vegetables. Seed bank, of course. So we have a beautiful collection of violet and blue potatoes, but let's keep the long story short. Here are the shrubs, so perennials, cassis, blackcurrant, redcurrant, mixed with trees. Again, the floors, you can see trees, shrubs, ground covers. All have to be biodiversity. A few more beds with vegetables, tomatoes, and behind again all this is a nursery. And more, there are more. So we have South Garden, North Garden, East Garden and West Garden. There is the East, the medicinal herbs, our pharmacy, which you will discover when you come here, and how we can use them for food and for medicine. More, again, we can see that it is dry. This did not have enough water, this means. So we need to now on the meeting to remind the person who is responsible of these areas to irrigate better. Then the construction, we just restore old houses, build new. So really go in the forest, know how to pick a tree, fall down the tree and build things with local materials, recycled materials, but also imported materials. So our principle is 95% low technology, 5% high technology, 95% ecological materials, and 5% modern, for example, plastic windows and things which are helping us to be cozy and to combine the comfort and technology with the low tech. So all of this permaculture house, for example, it means a greenhouse from the south, something to shade from the west, something to protect from the north, and maximum open to the east for the raising sun. And of course the care of machines. You can learn how to drive this and each one of these if you want. Again, it depends of your interests. And we have also other constructions, because we construct also new buildings, tiny houses, we have all these old houses to rebuild, so lots of clay work and roof repairing. And this is the old goat house, so we need to make it in a new goat house, because now the goats are with the neighbors, but the idea is to be able to, the goats have multiple houses also. And these, for example, are the horses which are hanging around, but they also need daily attention to be sure that they have water and everything they need. Electric fencing, beekeeping, milking the goats, take care of them, cutting grass when is the season, collecting wood for the winter when is the season, many things, doing gardens in the spring, doing preparations, storing food in the autumn, repairing roofs, and a lot of impreview. We need to be flexible here because it's very dynamic, the life. And in the, let's say, when you live in an organized country, someone else is organizing that everything goes well. But here we need to organize that everything goes well. It's a lot about communication with each other, to be able to share, to be able to see and to communicate what is happening to the others without getting angry or something. Just a simple communication, and also to learn to receive communication, because it's worth it to look, for example, when you live here, you can benefit from this, to have ecological raspberries and learn how to do a swale, how to water retention landscape, and how to create this amazing polyculture and to mix fruit trees with berries. And also Joanna is here, so it's cool.
That's pretty nice.
That's all.
Okay.
So we said take care of myself and the family or the community. Then we saw the permaculture, then we saw the construction, and the last four aspect, but not least, is the wider social impact we have. So massive reforestations, organizing volunteers to plant thousands of trees, spring and autumn, sometimes organizing protests or petitions because of some gold digging companies which try to invade the area and to dig uranium in the mountains instead of planting trees and living a nice life. So all of this is also a part, and you are welcome to join us to help for this. I'm thankful for your interest, that you want to give your most precious thing, which is your time and your energy. Watch the website, because there are the rules. If you don't come if you are not ready for this, because it will be difficult for you, it will be difficult for us. And yeah, but if you feel ready for such a time, then you are very welcome, actually. Thank you.
Thank you.